same time, and it's a really effective way to turn on those muscles. It's a little isometric contraction, meaning we're going to hold the contraction for a period of time, for a couple of breaths, so we can feel those muscles start to work. It starts with you sitting on the floor, and then you're going to lie down all the way on the floor, and then place your feet flat on the floor with your knees bent. The first thing that I want to think about when I bridge my hips is I want to think about there being a yardstick on my hips. I don't want that yardstick to be higher on one side than the other. I want that yardstick to be totally level. So that's going to mean my abdominals are going to have to volunteer quite a lot into making sure that I am level when I'm on a single leg. So let me show you. I'm going to pull one of my legs into hip flexion. My knee stays flexed. I like to think that I'm holding a little tennis ball right here against my body. Okay, so this amount of hip flexion should never change as I'm coming up. Then I put my hands on the floor next to my body and I pull the back of my rib cage to the floor. So I've got my abdominals turned on. Following that, I take a breath to prepare, and then I lift my hips and exhale. Right here, I give myself just a little head check. I see if my hips are level or not. It's pretty common for the working leg hip to try and volunteer more, okay? And that means I've got to turn on this oblique line right here. So I'm pulling my abs into work. I'm pulling my sit bones into the same level. So if my butt was sitting on a windowsill, it would be the same height. I wouldn't have one hip higher than the other. So I'm right here, just giving it about 10 seconds and then come down. I like to give it about, I usually recommend breaths rather than seconds, just so people are reminded to keep their breath. So about three breaths or so is great. Just make sure you're getting that breath in through your nose and that you're holding that level yardstick.